Hey everybody, Alex Theis here. Today I want to help you rewire your mind to eliminate limiting beliefs, beliefs that are holding you back. Let's get started. In order to do this exercise, you need a notebook. This needs to be a handwritten exercise. Go ahead and hit pause now, or if you want to watch the video and come back to it, but make sure you do this as a handwritten exercise in a notebook that you can come back to. That was step one. Step two, we're going to write a limiting belief, a belief that's holding us back in our minds, in our weakest handwriting. This might be cursive, print, maybe left-handed for you. For me, I like to write everything in print, so my weakest handwriting is cursive. So our next step is we're going to go ahead and write a limiting belief, and I did it here. I can't start a successful business. Wrote it in my notebook and wrote it in cursive because that's my weakest handwriting. Write one now if you can. Any. Don't waste a lot of time. Don't think about it a lot. Just write one that's come to you in the last week or come back to this, but hit pause now and write one of those limiting beliefs in your weakest handwriting. Next step, we need to ask ourselves a couple questions. When we look at our limiting belief, is this a universal truth? Meaning, is it true for all people, all over the world, in all circumstances? Or is it something your mind made up in order to protect you at the time of a hurt, a failure, embarrassment? Maybe someone told you you'll never be able to go for your dreams, or your dreams were stupid, or playing an instrument was dumb, or you were the worst ever at it. Ask yourself these questions. So let's look at this. If I put I'll never win the lottery as a limiting belief, well, that's pretty much a universal truth. But for mine, I can't start a successful business. Is that a universal truth, true for all people? Of course not. So it's something my mind made up at the time of a hurt or failure for protection. Because you see, the subconscious, its top job is to protect you. Think about when you touched a hot stove the first time. Your subconscious said, oh, we've got this. We'll never touch a hot stove again. Watch out. You don't have to remember stove, hot, what does that mean? No, your subconscious does that. But it'll put limiting beliefs into its wiring to keep you from taking risks or feeling that failure, that hurt, that embarrassment. But we can rewire it, and that's what we're doing with this notebook. So the next thing, if it's not a universal truth, which mine isn't, we're going to cross that puppy out. This is an important step for our subconscious to see us cross out this limiting belief. It is not true. So I've crossed out mine here. I can't start a successful business. Now next, in our powerful handwriting, in our most powerful handwriting, we're going to write the opposite. Not the exact opposite, but your prevailing opposite. Something in your words with true meaning to you. So the opposite of mine could be, well, I can start a successful business, but that's not really my words. So let me show you what I wrote to get your thought process going. I have the talent, skills, experience, and connections to create a successful business. It is my destiny. God put this dream inside me for a reason. By taking action, the right people and the right opportunities will show up. It is inevitable. You see how powerful that is? See how that's my wording? And see how I wrote it in my powerful handwriting. When I want something to be powerful, I use all caps here, and I print it. And, it's pretty big print. So there's my opposite, my powerful personal opposite. Now we start the rewiring. I've got my opposite. The first step is every day, maybe multiple times a day, is read it and then read it out loud. Make it a habit every single day because the subconscious loves repetition. Think about, you don't have to think about starting a car. Think about that. It's in your mind. The subconscious has taken over. Repetition has taught you how to start a car. I could take you out of driving for the next 20 years, and 20 years from now hand you a key to a car, and you're going to know exactly where to put it because your subconscious has been wired to understand that for you and take care of it. To really solidify this, we're going to read it out loud to somebody else. This makes it truth and prophecy. Prophecy meaning we're rewiring that subconscious and we're going for it. Our mind is going to help us make decisions to go for our goals, not self-sabotage. We're going to eliminate these negative beliefs by reading them out loud and then reading them out loud to somebody else. The last step, Well, here's a great quote from my buddy J.B. Glossinger. Thoughts are things, beliefs make them so. So we have all these thoughts in our mind, but belief, your belief in your subconscious and your faith of going for these things really makes them so. Last step, we're going to fill that notebook. You may have hundreds of limiting beliefs. Maybe you only have three. For me, I found that I was able to fill a notebook and leave several lines underneath each limiting belief so that I could write my powerful opposite. And I was able to do this for, I want to say, 7, 8, 9, 10 limiting beliefs. And it made a big difference in my life when I was able to read these out loud. They might be about relationships, business, goals, hobbies, love. You've got limiting beliefs in your mind, they hold you back. Let's rewire the mind. Let's rewire that subconscious. So here's some, just I kept going on that page. I can't start a successful business. I will never be wealthy. I need the security of a job. I wrote these in cursive, my least powerful handwriting, and I'm rewriting them in my powerful handwriting and then reading them out loud. Lastly, you were made for greatness. It's in your control. Greatness is a choice. Use this exercise. Get a notebook, write your limiting beliefs in your weakest handwriting, cross them out, and then write your powerful opposite. Read those affirmations every day. Read them out loud and read them to somebody else so they become truth and prophecy in your mind, and your mind gets rewired. Now, I must give credit where credit is due. I was initially taught the foundation of this exercise by a gentleman, a coach named Randy Ferguson. He really, really helped me grasp the power of this, and it really works if you take action. So I encourage you to do that. But I want to thank Randy. I've kind of taken it and repurposed it and made it my own. But I want to share it with as many people as possible if it helps them eliminate their negative and limiting beliefs and go for their dreams. Quick plug, if you want to go to stoppitching.com, you can check out my book. I should have several books coming out in the next few months, social media strategy and business. So just give that a check out if you'd like to at stoppitching.com. And thank you today for being a part of this. Let's eliminate those limiting beliefs. Goodbye, everybody.